Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Salango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Happy Thursday, everyone, and thanks for checking in. Meteorologist Todd Nelson here, and looking at some gradual clearing today. A few showers off to the east early this morning, but heading into a little bit drier weather for the end of the week. Warmer sunshine on Friday. Rain chances do return this weekend. Not a washout, but we will have some showers and then a little more rain as we head into the middle part of next week. So again, we do have some cloud cover, a couple of sprinkles or light rain showers off to the east today. And as we head through the afternoon, again, those skies will continue to clear out. We are dealing with some slightly cooler air, but that cooler air will be modifying. And as we approach this upcoming weekend, temperatures will be warming up a little bit more. Time now for our Fly CRW forecast. It starts at home and warming up in Chicago, 75 degrees on Saturday. That'll be some of the warmer weather that we experience as we get closer to the weekend. Saturday again, though, the showers will return, maybe some 1/4 to 1/3 inch total amounts from panhandle to panhandle. And on Thursday today, our temperatures again will be a little on the cooler side into the 50s and 60s. Not quite as much rain off to the east on Saturday. Of course, the temperatures today will be cooler, as I mentioned. Winchester at 66, Moorfield at 67, Davis at 54. And again, the shower chances really diminishing for the day Thursday, but returning a little more on Saturday. Pretty light amounts overall. Sutton, 63 on Thursday. Ripley, 65. Parkersburg at 63 degrees. And Franklin at 65. Again, some showers early. Things will be drying out, though, as we head into our Thursday afternoon and Friday. Madison, 65. Logan, 64. Here's our extended forecast. Overall, a drier end of the week. Warmer on Friday. Warmer on Saturday and Sunday. But again, we will have some spotty showers as well.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at Salango Law.
Made it to a Friday. Steam release coming up on MetroNews Talkline this morning. Chris Stirewalt stops by, and we'll talk to Amelia Knisley from West Virginia Watch. It's MetroNews Talkline. We're ready to go.
Do not attempt to change the station. You are surrounded. We interrupt this program to bring you an emergency news bulletin. Repeat, this is an emergency bulletin. Keep your radio turned on.
From the studios of WVRC Media and the Metro News Radio and Television Network, the voice of West Virginia, comes the most powerful show in West Virginia. This is Metro News Talkline with Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows.
Check set lineup link. Activated Telos telephone. Switch network control from Charleston to Morgantown.
Stand by. Q Dave and TJ. You're on. Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Good morning. Welcome inside the Encova Insurance Studios. Dave Wilson of Morgantown. TJ Meadows is in Charleston. Gang's all here, ready to go on a Friday. Sophia Wasik handles the phones and the audio production today. You can thank her if you're listening in on one of our great radio affiliates across the state of West Virginia. Man of the People, Zach Karolchek is our video producer this morning. If you're watching in on the Metro News TV app, Facebook Live, and YouTube. You know the phone number, 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. That's the number to call if you want to be part of the program. You can text the show at 304-TALK-304. We'll get to as many calls and texts throughout the program. Then, of course, steam release coming up at 11:33 this morning. Say good morning to TJ Meadows in the Charleston studios today, as he usually is. Good morning, TJ.
What's up, man? How are you?
Well, I committed the ultimate sin in radio and left my headphone in-ear monitors up in the office.
Ooh.
And had to run up the steps and run back down the steps to get them in time for the start of the show. Okay. And it was a stark reminder of just how far out of shape I am. because I can breathe or I can talk. I cannot do both at the same time, TJ.
Well, let me help you out. I mean, those are some steep stairs there in that particular building. I know the one you're talking about. And what, you have to go, your office is 2 floors up, right?
Yeah.
Not just one.
Yeah, up on the...
So, yeah, I mean, trying to help you out there.
Reached into the bag and went, oh, they're on the desk. I got to go back and get them. It was, we were cutting it close there, Meadows. I told Zach, if I'm not back, just host the show.
Well,
he had instructions to start the show, but
what could go wrong?
at this point, not much more. With all that, again, 304-TALK, 304-800-765-8255. Have you heard? There's a primary election. It comes up on Tuesday. We got updated early voter numbers, by the way. We'll get to that and our daily tracker of PAC spending as well as the show unfolds. Friend of the show, Capitol reporter for West Virginia Watch, Amelia Knisley, has a story this week. Governor Morrissey saying he's very comfortable exercising his First Amendment rights during the election cycle. Joining us from the Charleston studios this morning is Amelia Knisley. Amelia, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Well, as soon as I catch my breath, we'll be doing better, at least on this end.
I really listened to that story and felt that deeply. That's how I feel when I have to run to places these days.
Well, you guys run around during the session. You, Steve, Brad, the other Capitol reporters, you guys are literally sometimes running from one end of the building to the other.
Yes, it's true, but that doesn't mean I'm not out of breath. I just have to do it. When you go back and listen to your recordings and you're like, into the recording, that's when you know it's not good.
Maybe I should join my wife on those training runs she goes on every once in a while. But anyway, I digress. So, Amelia, the governor had a news event this week. He was asked about his endorsements. You wrote about his endorsements, the PAC money that's all getting spent. The governor's not backing away from it. He's owning it heading into this primary on Tuesday.
Yes, he is. He said we could expect more endorsements leading into Tuesday. I saw another one this morning for Senator Thorne, I believe. I saw another one, yes. So he said he is not going to settle for second best, and he's really interested in candidates who are going to push West Virginia forward and kind of get us out of some of those bottom rankings that we tend to hang out in. So, and he did. He said, I'm very comfortable exercising my First Amendment right, and noted that Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who's in the U.S. Senate, of course, and Senator Tom Takubo have been raising money, and it's his right to do so himself. So, and we've talked on the show before. It's not abnormal for a governor to kind of weigh in on their preferred candidates. It is abnormal for such a public weighing in, I would say. So it continues.
So subjective, I think, in that superior candidate. I don't know if he defined that. What is a superior candidate?
Yeah, I think, the one thing he said in this particular press conference was really just about candidates who were going to move West Virginia forward, right? And that could be Democrats and Republicans. It could be both Republican factions, right? Sure. But he also specifically noted that some of his bills were killed in the House Finance Committee, and we've seen him out knocking doors against House member Vernon Chris's. He's been knocking doors against Vernon Chris for his opponent, Charles Hartzog. So that was what he named particularly. But yeah, this is all very broad and Republican infighting that you're trying to understand as a reporter.
Talking to Amelia Knisley at West Virginia Watch, it's not so much what is being said, Amelia, that I think is noteworthy. Some of it's what's not being said. And it's one thing to endorse your candidate, say, hey, this is my guy. I think this guy is the best guy for the job. But it goes a step further. It's not just this guy's the best guy. And let me tell you why the other guy sucks. Those are Dave Wilson's very crass words there. But that takes things a step further. It's not just an endorsement of this guy's the guy I think is a good representative. This guy's terrible, and let me tell you all the reasons. And that could have ramifications if the governor's guy doesn't win the race.
Yes, and I think that's something worth noting is that this is a very short primary season. Okay, we're just a few days away. We have a legislative session. We could even have a special session this year. Who knows? Where the governor does have to work with the legislative branch to get his priorities funded or through. And there could be real ramifications for however this goes. If the governor is successful with his slate of candidates, and in many of those battles, it's an uphill battle, let's be real. But if he is successful, there's still a lot other lawmakers who have not been so friendly toward the governor, right? And so I think no matter what, the ramifications of this nasty primary cycle will affect his agenda next year. Now, it could be more favorable toward him in the Senate, depending on how things go, but I don't know. There's definitely going to be some fallout. I think when you're trying to make this make sense to listeners or readers, it's like, okay, why do I care? Well, we have some real problems to fix in the state. And if you have an executive branch and a legislature who can't come to an agreement, then nothing gets done. And that's really not an option for West Virginians at this point, in my opinion.
As you look at this, what is driving the money? What is the issue that is bringing all of this money into the race?
So we see several issues, but I had a story out this week that school choice and pro-education vouchers are really driving millions of dollars being funneled into these races. At my count a couple of days ago, it was around $3 million. I reckon it will be close to $4 million by the time we're all said and done, just on that issue alone. I mean, we're going to go probably over $5 million total in spending, right?
We're already there.
Right, we're already there. So it's interesting because we have one of the nation's broadest voucher programs. So I imagine these groups are wanting to maintain that. It's also interesting to think, what more could we do on school choice? I'm not sure. I don't know. But we shall see. And as we talked about on the show during the session, we had a bill in the House Finance Committee to put some guardrails on the Hope Scholarship. Honestly, and maybe you all would agree or disagree, I didn't see those guardrails so much as attacking school choice or even disagreeing with how parents were spending it. Some of it a little. Honestly, more to me, it was to shave money off the $300 million price tag. That seemed to be driving that bill. But ultimately, that bill got completely gutted. They did a little tweak to the Hope Scholarship that didn't change the total amount or change how parents use it. And that bill has come back to haunt people in this primary. So you're seeing these pro-school choice groups really go after candidates who they felt supported that bill.
Talking to Amelia Knisley. And Amelia, I wonder, we've brought this up a couple of times, the big out-of-state money, the big donors who are donating to the PACs. Jeff Yass, we've talked about him. I don't know what he's being told to get the big donation. And I bring that up because you can see the messaging out there that certain candidates are anti-school choice. They want to take away your school choice. And the truth is, they brought up a bill in committee and it was talked about. That's what happened. So I guess that's more of a comment than a question to you. But I wonder what is being said to these big money donors, these big school choice donors who are pouring hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars into these races that prompted such a response. If the pitch can't be, well, we're thinking about putting some guardrails, we'd really rather not. That can't be the pitch to get that kind of money flowing into West Virginia's primary election.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And, I don't want to minimize that bill could have changed some things that homeschoolers were allowed to do with their money, and they were concerned about it. So I do want to say there was that element of it. But as you all know, being around this legislature, Hope Scholarship is not going away anytime soon.
No.
This is a very friendly legislature to school choice, to homeschoolers, et cetera. And so, yeah, I think you make a great point, Dave, and it's a point that I've heard Senator Takubo make and Senator Ryan Weld make. Like, what have we promised these people? And let's hope that we don't find out, but we're going to have to see after the election.
Think about it in terms of other state programs. I struggle to find a state program that we wouldn't criticize when it comes to fiscal responsibility. No program should be given a blanket understanding you are going to get X amount of dollars, you're going to be completely funded. When you look, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think Hope is still in the back of the budget, right? In the budget bill, it's not in the front, meaning we are banking on surplus dollars. And I got to tell you, as Mr. Fiscal around here, that's kind of the reputation I have. Folks, that's a disaster. That's like thinking I can pay my car payment. If I get a good tax refund or if I get a bonus this year, I'll be able to pay my boat payment. I mean, come on. You have to pay it out of what you have. And simply questioning that with guardrails to say, I want to make sure I can afford it, I don't think that's anti-Hope Scholarship. I think that is pro-fiscal. And, that used to be Republican. Used to be.
I feel like this program, as someone who covers a lot of social service programs, and this is a form of it's not a social service program, let me be clear.
Yeah.
But it's in that kind of realm as things I cover. This program, to me, is one of the most transparent and easy to track. I will give a shout out to the Treasurer's Office. They do great annual reporting. They're very easy to work with.
I agree.
It's not so much the transparency, it's just the price tag that I understand why it's giving lawmakers pause. I mean, it is a 400% increase from what we currently funded it at, 400. And when you're looking at massive federal changes to Medicaid that to be honest, we really haven't dealt with in our budget yet. We have this projected budget deficit in a couple of years. Like, I think it makes sense to say, can we afford a $300 million school voucher program?
Amelia Knisley is joining us from West Virginia Watch. Let me just add to what you said, TJ. What government program do we have that doesn't have some sort of restriction or limitation on what you can purchase, what you're, where? I mean, SNAP, for heaven's sakes, we passed a law. You can't buy, Coke. You can't buy pop with your SNAP benefits.
Where's the consistency?
So, yeah, that's exactly. Where's the consistency across the board? You know what? I think the lack of oxygen made me a little cranky here in the opening segment. Kind of fun.
Oh, no. I thought that was your baseball team doing that to you. Oh, just kidding.
Oh, goodness. Wow. She's an A player, a super mom, and a comedian.
Wow. Can't believe she brought that up.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, did you get a chance to talk to any of the candidates who are involved in these races in your article there this week?
I did, yeah. I talked to Delegate Vernon Criss. And, he's trying, he's out there wanting to keep his position there in the House. He has a powerful position as House Finance Chair. And he just feels like school choice is kind of just an issue that the governor and his wife have chosen to make a part of this election. He voted for the Hope Scholarship when they created the program in 2021. I've never heard him be anti-school choice, I should say, from covering for years. He really focused on the fiscal responsibility of this program, noted, as we have, that the bill didn't make it out of committee. And just, he's like, I thought it was interesting. He said, this is not an issue I really hear about from my constituents. Like, school choice is not the issue that people are bringing to him. And he's in a county with the highest rate of people using the Hope Scholarship. So it really just shows you how school and school choice and parents' rights is an important issue. I'm a mom, right? Like, I care about where my kids are going to school and what's happening, but it's not really an issue we hear overall from voters, but it's infiltrated this election, which is really interesting.
Well, I think it is a small vocal minority. I mean, I'll go back to my personal experience. My kids go to a private Christian school. I haven't heard one member of the administration. I've talked to them about it. Haven't heard one parent who had any kind of problem with the cap. Cool, we get it. If we need an inflation raise, we'll go in and ask for it. So what are we arguing about? To your point, I mean, it's just
right. I think it goes back to like what promises are potentially being made after this election cycle, because we definitely have a very broad school choice program at this point. So we shall see.
Amelia Knisley on loan from West Virginia Watch. You can read her work over at westvirginiawatch.com. Let me ask you, as a Capitol reporter, what are you looking for? What are you watching for on Tuesday night when those results start rolling in?
Really good pizza in the newsroom, but also
that is a true political reporter.
Yes, absolutely. Real quick, one time I was pregnant during election. I ate an entire pizza by myself. Like, that is insane. But anyway, what I am looking for on Tuesday, I am really interested in the successfulness of the governor's slate of candidates and how it will play out in the Senate. That is what I'm really interested in. I mean, the Senate is at kind of a tipping point. We shall see which way it goes. And again, we want a legislature that works with the executive branch to get things done for West Virginians.
Yeah.
That is what is most important for me to focus on, is how are we helping vulnerable people, everyday citizens, working class people. And so I want to see how the Senate shakes out. I mean, there are House races I'm interested in. But that for me is what I'll be mainly focusing on.
I think it's like $700,000 in the Tacubo Pritt race.
Yeah.
That they've spent. We're doing the same. I've got it 7-7 right now. Of the 14 that aren't getting reelected, and I've got Joey Garcia in the middle, obviously, as a Democrat. I've got it 7 Morrissey, 7 Tacubo. 7-7 going into it.
That's what I have too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel good.
I have that posted on my desk. I'm watching.
Amelia Farrell Knisley. Read her work over at westvirginiawatch.com. And thanks for reminding Reds fans about our consistent disappointment throughout the last 30 years.
It's rough having baseball season and election season at the same time, Dave. You deserve better. I'm sorry.
You deserve better.
You deserve more.
A friend of mine texted last night, with all the chaos in the world, it's comforting to know that the disappointment of the Cincinnati Reds is the one consistent thing you can lean on.
Amen. Amen to that.
Amelia, we appreciate it. We'll check in with you next week, either before or after the election. We appreciate it.
Get your pizza. Get your pizza ready.
Absolutely. This is Talkline. We're off and running. We're back in a moment.
Are you ready to reach the finish line of retirement? At the Stike team at Wealth Enhancement Group, we provide comprehensive guidance for retirement planning in West Virginia. With years of experience, we'll draft a plan tailored for your unique goals. Whether you're just starting or nearing retirement, we make the process as simple as possible, easy, and stress-free. Visit wealthenhancement.com/Stike to set up a complimentary consultation and get started on your plan today. Let's work toward your dream retirement together.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Everywhere you look, people are supporting Shelley Moore Capito for Senate. President Trump has endorsed her. So has West Virginians for Life. The National Shooting Sports Foundation named her Legislator of the Year. And she's backed by workers, small business owners, and Republicans across the Mountain State. Now it's your turn. Vote early through May 9th or on Election Day, May 12th.
I'm Shelley Moore Capito, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Capito for West Virginia.
Getting ghosted is never fun, especially by your network. Cyber threats don't announce themselves. They slip in quietly, disrupt operations, and disappear before you know what happened. CityNet's cybersecurity services provide proactive monitoring, threat detection, and expert response, so your business stays connected and protected. Commit to a relationship built on trust and reliability. Learn more at citynet.net today. And remember, CityNet connects, protects, and perfects.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Kanawha Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Kanawha Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
5, 3. For your daily fix of sports in West Virginia, there's only one stop.
I would imagine a group of you got together and watched the Mountaineers last night. What were your thoughts on that performance?
It was funny, we were sitting with a guy last night, and he said, all right, I'm going to go put $1,000 on it. Well, down the stretch of that ball game, he's looking at us like, are you kidding me? And sure enough, the Mountaineers came back. I saw him today. He said, yep, I'm putting another grand on them tomorrow.
Sportsline on Metro News Television.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Definitely has a Friday feel to it, doesn't it? 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255, 304-TALK, 304. Texter says, what I'm tired of is candidates running without giving specifics. For instance, Jonathan Comer, who's running in Senate District 10 against Senator Vince Deeds, and Comer has claimed he'll represent the values of the district better and that he will be the true conservative voice. I don't like the vagueness of that. And I also don't like how anybody has pressed him on more specifics as to how he would be more conservative than Vince Deeds. Senator Deeds is a great man and a sound Republican. The governor should also mention why, out of all of the incumbents, is he waging war on? He chose Senator Deeds. What is it about Senator Deeds that the governor is so vehemently opposed to, asks the texter. There's a lot of vagueness. I mean, that's kind of part and parcel for politics, right? When you campaign, I'll be the true conservative, or not in West Virginia, but in other states, I'm the true liberal. I'm the true progressive. Specifics on that? Well, that's tough. That's a little tough to get in those little bites on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the mailers that, for whatever reason, people think are effective.
I went over to the courthouse, see where the litmus test was on, changing your registration. What's a real Republican? Where's the test? I want to at least take the test and see if I can pass. Couldn't find the test. Couldn't find it.
I told you the show's got a Friday feel. I'm just going to stop right there. I got an answer for you where you can find the test, but just going to keep it to myself.
Tell
today.
me.
Nah, I feel like I'm right on the edge of getting myself in trouble today, and I don't really want to do that. We got an election to cover on Tuesday, TJ.
Right.
There's, I can't get myself in too much trouble. 304 Talk 304 is the text line. 800-765-8255. That's the phone number. We'll be back. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. It's 10:30. Let's get a news update from the Metro News Radio Network. Find out what's happening all across the great state of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Selango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Happy Thursday, everyone, and thanks for checking in. Meteorologist Todd Nelson here, and looking at some gradual clearing today. A few showers off to the east early this morning, but heading into a little bit drier weather for the end of the week. Warmer sunshine on Friday. Rain chances do return this weekend. Not a washout, but we will have some showers and then a little more rain as we head into the middle part of next week. So again, we do have some cloud cover, a couple of sprinkles or light rain showers off to the east today. And as we head through the afternoon, again, those skies will continue to clear out. We are dealing with some slightly cooler air, but that cooler air will be modifying. And as we approach this upcoming weekend, temperatures will be warming up a little bit more. Time now for our Fly CRW forecast. It starts at home and warming up in Chicago, 75 degrees on Saturday. That'll be some of the warmer weather that we experience as we get closer to the weekend. Saturday again, though, the showers will return, maybe some 1/4 to 1/3 inch total amounts from Panhandle to Panhandle. And on Thursday today, our temperatures again will be a little on the cooler side into the 50s and 60s. Not quite as much rain off to the east on Saturday. Of course, the temperatures today will be cooler, as I mentioned. Winchester at 66, Moorfield at 67, Davis at 54. And again, the shower chances really diminishing for the day Thursday, but returning a little more on Saturday. Pretty light amounts overall. Sutton, 63 on Thursday, Ripley, 65. Parkersburg at 63 degrees, and Franklin at 65. Again, some showers early. Things will be drying out, though, as we head into our Thursday afternoon and Friday. Madison, 65. Logan, 64. Here's our extended forecast. Overall, a drier end of the week. Warmer on Friday. Warmer on Saturday and Sunday. But again, we will have some spotty showers as well.
This is Ben Selango with Selango Law. Selango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Selango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Selango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at Selango Law.
When you hired me, you were 29. You seemed like you were 50 when you were 29. You were running that thing like a 50-year-old man. All right, we got to go get some tape. Come on, get out of there.
I think I've sort of always been 50, and I think I'm 50 now.
Yeah, me too. That's a great point.
Join Tony Caridi, Brad Howe, and Hoppy Kercheval for 3 Guys Before the Game. Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at wvmetronewstv.com.
304 Talk 304. That is the text line, 800-765-8255. A reminder, election night, we will have comprehensive wall-to-wall coverage across the Metro News radio network and at wvmetronews.com. Coverage starts at 7:06. Many of these same great radio affiliates across the state will be taking our coverage. You can also watch it over on the Metro News TV app. Facebook Live and YouTube as well. Will be 7 to midnight, 7:06 until midnight. We'll have results, we'll have reactions, we'll have some analysis. Who knows what may happen as the night goes on. But that's coming up Tuesday night, 7:06 until midnight. Many of these same Metro News radio stations and on the Metro News TV app, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Coming up, Kanawha County Prosecutor Debra Rusnak is going to join us. Yesterday, a multi-count indictment was handed up against the Kanawha County ambulance driver who struck a man who died last month. We will talk more about that coming up in the next segment. Debra Rusnak, Kanawha County Prosecutor, going to join us here in the Charleston studios. 304 Talk 304. Let's get in a couple of texts here. Hey, Dave and TJ. Dave, when you start forgetting the most essential part of the broadcast, that's an early sign of aging. From now on, you will notice that other parts of you just don't work like they used to, regardless of what you're doing, advises the Northern Outpost. Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you. And for the record, some parts don't work like, the knees don't work like they used to.
Well, to the theme of things not working, I just discovered the invite that I sent to our judicial candidate for today is stuck in my outbox. So he was kind enough to reach out to me, so I have sent him a new one, so he should be along shortly. Programming note, letting you in. I don't know what's happening here, but for some reason, oh, wonderful. I have like 4 or 5 emails that are just sitting now in an outbox for no good reason.
It's a Friday. You know, Mondays have a feel. Fridays have a feel. It's a Friday, man.
Why do they do that, though? I hit the send button.
It's the Illuminati.
I don't go look at the outbox. Shouldn't you get some kind of email back that says, hey, I know you sent this, but it's just sitting in your outbox? I mean, why can't Microsoft do that?
That's the next billion-dollar idea, TJ, right there. All you need is it's the little notification. Hey, this has been in the outbox for 30 minutes.
I'll cut you in. You can get your cabin in Tucker County.
Hey, buddy, you'll never hear from me again. 304 Talk 304. Texter says, spit it out there, Dave. Let's hear the steam. That's all for you coming up about an hour from now. Here's my litmus test. I changed to Republican to vote against old Patty Boy's state slate of candidates. On Wednesday, I'll change my party affiliation back to independent. I am the scary rhino, says the texter. Couple of things that I'm curious, and we'll talk probably more about this on Monday and certainly the day after the election. We got updated numbers, by the way, from the Secretary of State's office today. Early voting slow, which is not out of the ordinary for an off-year primary election. 48,233 registered voters have already cast ballots in person during the early voting. Another 2,800 voters or so have sent in absentee ballots. You start to do a little bit of math, and I'm not good at math. That's why I have this job and didn't get into accounting or something like that. But you start to do a little bit of math, TJ, and you expect maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 20% turnout overall. So you're looking at probably still, you start to figure in how many people will vote today and tomorrow. About 70% of the vote is still hanging out there. So these candidates who took the early punches and who closing strong still means as much as it has ever, because most of the electorate is still going to go out and vote actually on Tuesday. Now, that may only be 20% of the total electorate, but of that 20%, 60 to 70% of that hasn't cast a ballot yet. So finishing strong still means a lot in this primary election.
Well, and the external factor, I know people will think I'm joking. I'm not. It's rain. It's weather.
Yeah.
People don't go out and vote if it's bad weather.
Never have.
And if it turns out to be bad weather on Tuesday, I think we're supposed to get some rain down this way tomorrow that could affect the last day of early voting. If if we have bad weather on Tuesday, it'll be even lower turnout, which will make it even tighter. So buckle up.
Texter says, the Republicans did not do any favors for registered independents. There are Republican candidates I would have voted for in a heartbeat. I will remain as a satisfied independent registered voter because there are good candidates on the Democrat ballot. Thank you, says the texter. Hope Meadows is having a good morning before Stirewalt comes on and upsets him, says the texter.
Why do people think I'm upset by Chris? That narrative started last week. I didn't understand it then. I'm not sure I understand it now. I mean,
Stirewalt, well,
Stirewalt and I agree on almost everything.
I was going to say, you two agree. I don't see the blood pressure scale going up when Stirewalt's on.
Interesting. Perception is reality, I suppose.
He will join us coming up at 11:06. We'll get some more of your text as well, 304-TALK, 304. You can give us a call, 800-765-TALK. Debra, Rusnak, Kanawha County Prosecutor, will join us from the Charleston studios next. We'll talk about the indictments that were handed up yesterday in the John Lucas death case. That's coming up on the other side of this break. This is Talkline from the Kanawha Insurance Studios.
For 30 years, Shelley Moore Capito has been in elected office. 30 years, and what do we have to show for it? More spending and D.C. dysfunction, and West Virginia left behind. Shelley Moore Capito is a career politician. I'm Tom Willis, a Green Beret, state senator, and a West Virginia business owner. I've served our state and this great country, and I'm ready to continue to serve West Virginia. Shelley answers to Washington insiders. I'll answer to you. West Virginia, it's time for a change. Early voting is happening now, and Election Day is May 12th. I'm Tom Willis, and I'm asking for your vote. I'm Tom Willis, and I approve this message, paid for by Tom Willis Victory.
Every day across West Virginia, healing happens here, where skilled hands and caring hearts save lives. West Virginia hospitals are more than places of care. They are lifelines for our communities. Employing nearly 54,000 people, hospitals power local economies and help communities not just survive, but thrive. During National Hospital Week, we recognize those who care for us all, because healing happens here, and its impact reaches everywhere. A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association.
In West Virginia, community is everything. It's about showing up for each other. Vin Salengo and the team at Salengo Law don't just work here, they live here, proudly sponsoring local events and giving back to the neighborhoods they love. So when you're facing a serious injury, trust the local team that's always in your corner. They spent over 25 years fighting for West Virginia families. Salengo Law. Get results, not excuses. Visit us at salengolaw.com.
Picture a community where every space tells a story. Those are the communities we're designing at ZMM Architects and Engineers. With a blend of creativity and technical expertise, we design spaces that inspire, innovate, and ignite change. From cutting-edge educational facilities to community-centric gathering spaces, we're committed to improving lives through design. Let us help you shape a brighter future for generations to come. Because at ZMM, it's more than architecture. It's about building your legacy.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? A lot of times it may be both. The Delview Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Touchdown! We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
The region's largest restoration firm, responding from 5 locations. When disaster strikes your home or business, call Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Kanawha GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Kanawha GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
304 Talk 304 is the text line. 800-765-8255, the phone number. A little news out of the mothership this morning. The Virginia State Supreme Court has struck down the new congressional map that was approved a couple of weeks ago. Summarizing some tweets from reporters that cover the state capitol in Virginia. Basically, the Virginia legislature rushed through a state constitutional amendment and didn't do it in the proper form. And that strikes down that congressional map, so they go back to what the map was a month ago. So that's simple enough. That's the simplified version of it. But that is going across the lower third of CNN right at the moment. So little news out of the mothership this morning on the other side, the Commonwealth, as they call it over there. 304 Talk 304, the text line 800-765-8255. Texter says, for what it's worth, I grudgingly changed from no party to R to vote in this primary months ago. I've never missed a primary vote ever, yet I have not received a single negative PAC mailer this election cycle, while my longtime Republican registered spouse has been inundated. Not sure why recent party change voters like myself seem to be nobody's target audience. Probably outdated mailing list would be my guess. So is that the trick? Is that the trick to not getting just stay independent to the last minute and then, select whatever party you want to be in?
Perhaps. Yeah.
You can avoid the mailers.
There's the idea. Just, right before the election, go independent. You don't get mailers. And then right at the end, change back so you can vote.
304 Talk 304 is the text line, 800-765-8255. The WVU Cancer Institute is transforming cancer care in West Virginia and beyond. The state's top doctors deliver compassionate care and treatment using leading-edge technology and innovative research for patients facing colorectal cancer. From screening and early detection to advanced treatment and survivorship support, we're here for you every step of the way. Call 855-WVU-CARE. Yesterday, Kanawha County prosecuting attorney Debra Rusnak held a news conference along with the Kanawha County Sheriff announcing a multi-count indictment handed up by the grand jury, special grand jury in Kanawha County. Alyssa Middleton was charged with voluntary manslaughter, aggravated vehicular homicide, and fleeing the scene of an accident causing death, all felonies. That of course, connected to the death of 45-year-old John Lucas in the Elkview area, who died in the early morning hours of April 16th. Debra Rusnak joins us in the Charleston studios this morning. Debra, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, first of all, we know this is an ongoing case, ongoing investigation, but what kind of challenges did this case present as you had to comb through the mountain of evidence that was available?
The first thing I think of when you say challenges, one of the biggest hurdles that we had in this case is the false information that was spreading around out there. Because, it starts as just a false statement by one person, but once that circulates around, those allegations and those statements are certainly things that law enforcement has to investigate. And so we're following dead end after dead end after dead end because people are on social media putting out false information. And so that was a tremendous hurdle here.
Mm. Now, you just came from the arraignment.
I did.
What? Any news, any updates from that?
There is going to be a trial on August 17th. So we got that. And bond was set in the amount of $100,000 with a 10% cash option or proper surety.
Do you know if that's been posted or
I do not know. Okay. Counsel for the defendant did request until 4 p.m. today to allow time for them to post that, and the judge did grant that.
Debra Rusnak is joining us, Kanawha County Prosecutor. So in a case like this, what elements do you need to consider when deciding whether or not to even present this to a grand jury or to bring charges forward?
And that was, speaking of hurdles in this case, that was another thing that we had to do, is to take all of the evidence. And it was a lot. It ended up being an exorbitant amount of evidence that we have to go through. We filter through that evidence. And every crime in the West Virginia Code has what we call elements. And we have to satisfy each of those elements beyond a reasonable doubt. And so we had to comb through crime after crime after crime to try to find the crimes that this situation best fit in. And then we take a list of charges and we present the facts to the grand jury. And in this instance, they decided to return an indictment on 3 felonies. The grand jury does have the power to pursue other charges, pursue different charges. It's not like we walk in there and tell them, hey, you have to do this. Certainly not that type of situation. And while I can't speak to this case specifically or any case specifically, generally the way the grand jury works, I mean, there's a set of laws that pertain solely to the secrecy of the grand jury. And so it really limits what we are allowed to disclose to the public. We're not even allowed to tell the dates when grand jury will meet. And so once we get those dates and we do present evidence to the grand jury, they take that evidence, they can consider it, and they make a decision as to what charges that the defendant will be charged with.
I believe I heard this morning that you are still waiting on some evidence.
That's correct.
To be processed. And since that is correct, is there the opportunity or likelihood, as best you can answer, that evidence may change the charges? Could the charges be upgraded later or downgraded depending on the evidence?
As of now, I do not believe that is a circumstance that we will encounter. Investigations are very fluid. They are ever going, oftentimes up until the trial date, we are still working and learning and, so we wait on that evidence, but I would have waited to have that evidence in hand had I thought it would be outcome determinative.
Gotcha.
And by that, I mean, whether or not it would have affected the nature of the charges that were brought forward.
Debra Rusnak is joining us, Kanawha County Prosecutor. A lot of attention on this case. A lot of folks wanted an immediate answer. So when you're faced with a case that has this much attention, has the media attention, has the public's attention, does that change at all how you approach investigating and making your decisions? Do you streamline it a little bit more, or do you do what you do no matter what the case is?
And I've said multiple times since this case started, the law imposes certain duties upon me. And when I took office, I swore to abide by the rules and to do those duties and perform them diligently and to the best of my ability. And if I allow the public or anyone to sway me from that purpose, then I am not upholding that duty. I can say that in this instance, thankfully, we were able to get it presented a little more quickly than we normally would have. And that was simply because of the court schedule and the grand jury schedule. So it was helpful in being able to move forward a little quicker.
One of the things I'm thankful for in this, as I look at this process and the way it has played out, Scott Summers has been very gracious, as has been the family, in trying to calm the public, and commended you for sharing video and what you are able to within the bounds of the law and having that open communication process. That's good. That keeps us from going places that we don't want to be. And, kudos to you, kudos to him. But talk about, that may be a little different, but talk about that role that he has played and the family have played in trying to keep people's emotions at bay.
I think it's important that we all understand the Lucas family has suffered a loss. They've suffered a significant loss, and they want justice for that loss. And that's understandable. But more so than anything, I believe the Lucas family wants us to move forward and do the right thing, and they want us to get it right. And it's very hard with a criminal investigation because the rules are so strict and require us to keep things so secretive. Trust me, if I could put it all out before the public today, I would do that. But because of that, it does seem to hinder the faith that the public has in the system and in me and in the sheriff's office. But simply, we are simply abiding by the rules, and I don't think that people really understand that. And so that was a hurdle in this case that we had to overcome. And by reaching out to Mr. Summers and to the family, we were able to coordinate, get together, and I was able to give them the actual facts and to correct the what was out there in social media and otherwise. And so that allowed them to begin the healing process, per se. And they allowed them the understanding of why the system is moving the way it is and why we're doing what we're doing.
Debra Rusnak, Kanawha County Prosecutor. You can read our story right now over at the website, wvmetronews.com. Debra, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Take a break. Wrap up hour number 1. This is Talkline from the Kanawha Insurance Studios.
When it's your family, your kids, your home, your parenting time, you want somebody on the Court of Appeals who lives and breathes family law. Even if you don't win your case, you still should feel that you've been heard. I'm Jim Douglas. I'm a family court judge, and I'm asking you to put real family court experience on the Court of Appeals for your future.
Paid for by the Committee for Family Law Experience for ICA. Susan Shepard, Chair.
Everywhere you look, people are supporting Shelley Moore Capito for Senate. President Trump has endorsed her. So has West Virginians for Life. The National Shooting Sports Foundation named her Legislator of the Year. And she's backed by workers, small business owners, and Republicans across the Mountain State. Now it's your turn. Vote early through May 9th or on Election Day, May 12th.
I'm Shelley Moore Capito, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Capito for West Virginia.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan, we are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at wvhtf.org.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? A lot of times it may be both. The Delview Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Got $10? Then you've got a shot at $50,000. Grab the new scratch-off Lion's Share, or your ticket could be a big-time win. And watch for the 5 times multiplier because your prize could be 5 times sweeter. Get your chance to win the Lion's Share of the prize today at West Virginia Lottery Retailer. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. Chris Stirewalt coming up, top of the hour. He wrote about gerrymandering this week. We'll talk to Chris about who knows what. We kind of go, we're all over the place with Stirewalt. And a little bit later, I believe, we'll have Martin Sheehan, one of the candidates for State Supreme Court in Division 1, plus steam release at 11:33. 800-765-TALKS, the phone number, 800-765-8255. You can text the show, 304-TALK-304. Still got an hour to go. Go get you another cup of coffee and just a glazed donut. Go basic today for the second hour. It's MetroNews Talkline on Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Selengo Law. Get results, not excuses.
It has been a chilly start to May in Charleston. In fact, we're sitting at the 12th coldest start to the month of May, with average temperatures around 7.5 degrees below average. I'm meteorologist Daniel Kaiser. As we take a look at our headlines, it is going to be a mostly quiet Friday here across West Virginia, maybe a few showers this afternoon across northern parts of the state. We will watch weekend rain chances across the state, especially northern West Virginia, but neither day this weekend for your Mother's Day weekend looks like an all-day washout. The warmest day of the next several is going to be Mother's Day on Sunday. But putting your forecast into motion, again, watching a few scattered showers here across far northern West Virginia this afternoon, with more widespread shower chances developing across the state as we head, especially into the afternoon hours on your Saturday, with more shower chances into your Mother's Day Sunday as well. Best rain chances, though, accumulating rain maybe over a quarter inch across far northern West Virginia. As we take a look at your Fly CRW forecast, Fly CRW, it starts at home, highs in the 90s the next 3 days in Orlando and Tampa, 80 expected in DC and Atlanta for your Mother's Day on Sunday. As we look Panhandle to Panhandle, we'll see some showers and storms this afternoon, highs in the 60s, including 65 in Wheeling. Rain chances taper off the further south and east you go here on your Friday, highs in the 50s and 60s. And as we go a little further south, we'll see 57 in Snowshoe this afternoon with sunshine, otherwise 60s and 70s across the region, 60s and 70s further south as well, including a high of 72 with lots of sunshine in Charleston. We do watch those weekend rain chances Saturday and Sunday. Again, not expecting an all-day washout either day this weekend for your Mother's Day weekend. Those rain chances continue into Monday.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
MetroNews Talkline already in progress. Hour number 2. Dave in Morgantown, TJ in Charleston. Phone number is 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. You can text the show, 304-TALK, 304. Steam release is coming up bottom of the hour. Your chance to vent, get it all off your chest heading into the weekend. Prior to that, we have a lot to get to, including Martin Sheehan is going to join us. Red Hat Martin Sheehan, Supreme Court of Appeals candidate in Division 1. We'll talk to him coming up about 10 minutes from now. 304-TALK, 304, the text line, 800-765-TALK, the phone number, steam release, bottom of the hour. Please welcome to the program Chris Stirewalt, politics editor for The Hill and News Nation, host of The Hill Sunday on News Nation, and a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Chris, good morning. Good to see you again. Good to talk to you.
Looking at this camera, I've been coming to you from my offices, one of my offices, rather than my cozy home studio of late, because we're doing a live stream from here on Friday mornings, which everybody can join at thehill.com at 9 a.m. But I'd look at the shot and I look like the villain in a Miami Vice episode. I've got the Miami mint green tie. I've got the glass and white building behind me. I look like Crockett and Tubbs at any moment that Edward James almost soon will be saying, "Take this garbage, take the trash out." It's good. It's a look I should have been cultivating years ago.
Well, if it works, Chris, just go with it. That's what they say.
That's all I'm saying.
So over in the whole hog politics this morning, evidently it took an 18-year-old to point out the obvious, that we're evidently living in the bizarro world when it comes to politics and even the Constitution and the way the government was supposed to be set up.
Yes, everybody who's working, he's the only person I think I've ever quoted on the same day that he got a job working at the local swim club at the local pool. So this is this is what's up. No, but my eldest man-child, who does turn 18 tomorrow, got done with his AP government exam, which I assume he will have gotten a 5, and commented to me, watching what was going on in Indiana, as the Republican primary voters of Indiana took their pound of flesh for the state senators who favored good government over good politics, and said, you failed to exact as much pain on Democrats as possible in your redistricting, therefore you have to go. He looked at those two things and observed that we have inverted the Constitution, and that the way that the Constitution established our system of government, it is that the state legislatures were supposed to choose the Senate and the people were supposed to choose the House. Now the people choose the Senate and the state legislatures choose the House. And a Damascene moment, the scales fell from my eyes, and I realized, of all the ways that America, we degrade and disrespect our Constitution constantly. And one of the principal ways in which we have done that is to reverse engineer a parliamentary system. Our founders definitely did not want us to have a parliament. Our founders wanted us to have a Republican system of divided government. But now we have a thing where only when your party controls both the executive and legislative branches can you advance legislation. So we've turned the president into sort of part king, part prime minister. And that's been very bad. It's been very, very bad for us. And it has caused a lot of frustration. But at a central part of it, other than the fact that we have refused to expand the House of Representatives, we have added more senators. We have not added any senators, any House members since 1911. Since 1911, we've added 8 senators because we added 4 states. We haven't added a single House member because those hooligans in the House have concluded that it is not in their own personal narrow interest to allow the House to grow, to increase the representation and let the populist ferment, the energy pour up from the people and into Congress. And instead, they have turned the House into a miniature Senate or a steroidal Senate. Meanwhile, the attack on the Senate constantly is get rid of the filibuster, more direct election, more accountability, more responsiveness to the will of the people. And I'm a definite 2 cheers for democracy person. Democracy is fine, but overrated. Democracy without, we should all be small d Democrats and we should all be small r Republicans. We need institutions that harness the will of the people, and so that the government derives its legitimacy from the will of the people. But having senators whose heads get snapped around every other day because it might be unpopular, it might be this or it might be that, that's not what the Senate's there to do. I'll shut up by saying we have a system of government. Let me put it in an analogy that West Virginians, my fellow West Virginians, will relate to. It's like a still. The popular sentiment, the democracy part, is the yeast that goes into the wort to brew the alcohol, right? So that first barrel is supposed to be the house, and you put the yeast in there, and as the yeast is going through the mash, it is producing the hooch. And the whole point of the distillation is that the hooch gets made there in the barrel. You put the yeast in there, and the byproduct of the yeast is the beginning of the hooch. And then you distill that out through the copper coils, and you collect at the other end the product, which is supposed to be popularly sanctioned, but done through Republican process to protect the rights and liberties of the individuals, so that at the end you get the thing. We have a dead barrel. The House does not produce what the House is supposed to produce. And all of that populist outrage and anger has to go somewhere. So where does it go? It goes to the executive, it goes to the Senate, it goes to the court, it goes to all those other places, because our House is a pitiful joke.
My first observation, you seem to know a lot about moonshining. We can get into that another time.
Brother, in my day, I drank enough to float a battleship. I know of what I speak.
Well, there you go. You have eloquently described the refining process and the problem with it. My question is, will it take an executive in their humility, in their wisdom, to step in and force Congress to do its job and then rectify the issue? How do we fix it? And can we ever find such an executive? Is such a statesman in our future?
You waiting for one great man or woman to come and rescue us from ourselves is exactly the wrong kind of thinking. Sometimes you get blessed. America has been extraordinarily blessed in many of the leaders that have come forward. I think often of Calvin Coolidge, the accidental president who really saved the American project in pretty profound ways after the catastrophes of the teens and the beginning of the Harding administration. There are these moments, right? There are the Harry Truman. There are these accidental presidents that come in and are humble and do see the presidency in the appropriate terms. But most of them are Teddy Roosevelt lunatics, right? Most of them end up being president because they want power and because they want authority. And they continue to, I get to be many unpopular opinions I have. Teddy Roosevelt is on a very low tier for me among presidents. He started out okay, finished as a wreck, and a lot of what's wrong in American politics and public life came out of the progressive era, of which Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson are the principal malefactors. Is it possible, though, that we could see when I was but a boy, there was a lot of energy in America for term limits. Term limits, by the way, are still very popular. How did we get to the direct election of senators? And I'm absolutely, if we're voicing my unpopular opinions, the 17th Amendment was a mistake, and the consequences, the Senate should still be chosen by state legislatures.
Agreed.
I absolutely believe that. But that decision, the 17th Amendment, was a response to a 2-decade push in the states for progressive populist reform. The question isn't, will God deliver us again? Will we, Thomas Jefferson wanted the symbol of the United States to be the children of Israel, because we wander away from what is right and what is good. And then when the conditions get bad enough, we say, hey, forget about Baal. I never even liked a golden calf. I've been with you the whole time, Yahweh. Please send the manna again. We will never complain about the manna. The American people must demand better government. And not the only way. I believe that Democrats and Republicans, liberals and conservatives, should be able to look at the way that our Congress just is a rotting hulk in the harbor and say that this is bad, right? This is bad. What would I do? I would have a constitutional amendment if I had to. And I would sell it. And I would say, we will expand the House of Representatives, number one, first and foremost. And then I would be open to the possibility of a change to the way primary elections are conducted. That gets pretty specific, and it relates to the way that states do things. But we must expand the House of Representatives. It is so far past time. But primary election reform and the throttled size of the House of Representatives are the two chief problems that I see, and they have to be. We need a reform movement in America. We need Republicans and Democrats alike to demand reform, much as people used to about a balanced budget, much as people used to about term limits. And Washington defeated those things because it would diminish the power of individuals. I will shut up again, I promise, but I will do it by saying this. I used to think that the people in Washington wanted money and power. I think a lot of them just want to stay, keep their stupid lapel pins, and have people stop them in the grocery store and tell them that they're important. I think there are workhorses who want to do the work, who are interested, and good legislators. And to use West Virginia as an example, I don't think Shelley Moore Capito is in the Senate because she likes the lapel pin. I think she wants to be a lawmaker. I think she wants to legislate. She has the experience. She shows that she has done that. I think there are a lot of people, though, who just want to stay. They don't care what happens. They just want to stay. This is particularly true in the House with these jamokes who basically stand around and wait for somebody to tell them how to vote. And then they go vote and then go post it on social media. And it's a joke.
He's Chris Stirewalt. He's politics editor for The Hill and News Nation, host of The Hill Sunday on News Nation, senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Chris, always a pleasure to hear your unpopular opinions. We appreciate it as always.
All right, I got to go back to running my Miami cartel. See you guys.
See ya. Chris Stirewalt. Coming up, Steve Release, bottom of the hour, 304-TALK, 304-800-765-TALK's the number. Talk line from the Encove Insurance Studios. Back in a moment.
For 30 years, Shelley Moore Capito has been in elected office. 30 years, and what do we have to show for it? More spending and D.C. dysfunction, and West Virginia left behind. Shelley Moore Capito is a career politician. I'm Tom Willis, a Green Beret, state senator, and a West Virginia business owner. I've served our state and this great country, and I'm ready to continue to serve West Virginia. Shelley answers to Washington insiders. I'll answer to you. West Virginia, it's time for a change. Early voting is happening now, and Election Day is May 12th. I'm Tom Willis, and I'm asking for your vote. I'm Tom Willis, and I approve this message, paid for by Tom Willis Victory.
Located in the heart of West Virginia, Bridgeport is the place to play. Endless indoor and outdoor recreation opportunities, including the Bridge Sport Complex, coupled with a dynamic food scene, make Bridgeport the perfect getaway destination for couples and families. Explore unique shopping and pick from a wealth of lodging options to find something perfect for your needs. Explore the heart of West Virginia in Bridgeport. Learn more about all there is to do at greater-bridgeport.com.
WVU Medicine is home to West Virginia's first and only multi-organ transplant center, making heart and kidney transplants at an academic medical center a reality for people across the state and region. Whether you've struggled with advanced heart failure or kidney disease, the WVU Medicine Transplant Alliance helps people like you find hope and healing on their journey to better health. Visit wvumedicine.org/transplant to learn more.
The rule of law protects our communities. Integrity protects our values. Conservative Justice Gerald Titus spent his career fighting for both. As a prosecutor, Titus took on criminals and traffickers. Now, as a justice, he applies the law as written, fairly and independently. Endorsed by law enforcement, he stands with those who protect and serve. Because when courts uphold the law, criminals are held accountable and communities are safer. For Justice Titus, it's personal.
I'm Justice Gerald Titus. I spent my career upholding the rule of law. I was born here, raised here, and now my wife and I are raising our family in West Virginia. We need judges who are fair and apply the law as written and protect the rights of all our citizens.
Vote to keep conservative Justice Gerald Titus on the West Virginia Supreme Court. Vote early or on May 12th. Paid for by Titus for Supreme Court.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all,
sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Kanawha Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Kanawha Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Steam release coming up, bottom of the hour. Get prepared. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. You can text the show at 304-TALK-304. Martin Red Hat Sheehan is running for State Supreme Court of Appeals in Division 1. He's a Wheeling attorney who's done a little bit of everything during his 45-year career in law, including being a federal prosecutor and president of the National Association of Bankruptcy Trustees. Martin joins us on MetroNews Talkline this morning. Martin, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
So, why the State Supreme Court? What motivated you to run for this position?
Well, the one thing that I think I sent you an order yesterday. I have a case that's been there for, I'm going to say, the better part of 2 years after being fully briefed, and the court has not dealt with that case to move it along. And so I find it problematic that the court seems to have a tremendous backlog of cases. Sorry, that just are awaiting action by the justices. This case is stuck in the clerk's office and has been for a long time. I sent an order in January, and then the order I got came in January, and then it indicated that oral argument we scheduled. It still hasn't been, and that case needs to be resolved. And I think that that's true of a number of other cases. And I think that that's the big issue for me in this particular campaign, is to try and get action by the court in a more timely way. The court loses its moral authority to help the circuit courts to manage their caseloads as well by not being able to take care of its own house.
Sir, how do you interpret the Constitution? Are you an originalist, or do you believe the document is living, breathing, and alters with the times?
I'm pretty much an originalist. I think that you can look at the document in the times that it was adopted and come to some decision about that. I'm going to call it the Scalia approach. Justice Scalia said that we look at primarily the founding of the Republic to look at most of the Constitution, but because the Civil Rights Amendments were adopted after the Civil War, he identifies that as a particularly relevant period. So I'd say I'm probably in that camp most of the time.
Talking to Martin Red Hat Sheehan, Supreme Court of Appeals Division 1, where he is a candidate. Martin, why should voters support you on May 12th?
Well, I think I'm dedicated to trying to get something done on this particular issue. The problem that we have at the court now is that it's hard to, probably the campaign as a whole, is it's very hard for the judges to campaign. I've also brought suit, somewhat unsuccessfully at this moment in time, to declare a couple of canons in the judicial code unconstitutional because they limit your ability to have contact with the public as candidates. I was at a candidate forum, and you can look at ads on TV, and what you'll see is that everybody running for the Supreme Court says they're people of integrity, people of experience, people of whatever, but nobody's talking about any serious issues about how to fix things at the court.
Martin Red Hat Sheehan running for State Supreme Court of Appeals Division 1. Martin, thank you for the time. We're a little tight on time today. We appreciate it.
All right. Have a great one. Thanks, fellas.
You as well. Coming up, steam release. It is your chance to vent heading into the weekend. Get ready and get the numbers. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. You can text the show at 304-TALK-304. It may not feel like it, but boat weather is right around the corner. It won't be long before it's time to get out on the lakes and rivers, and you need to be prepared. So get ready early with great deals on pontoon and fishing boats at Lou Wendell Marine Sales. You can check out the entire inventory, know what you want when you go look at it by checking out the website LouWendellMarineSales.com. Lou Wendell Marine Sales, we sell family fun. Coming up, TJ and I will sit back and relax and turn the show over to you. It is your chance to vent and let it all off your chest before you head into Mother's Day weekend. You don't want to go to Mom's house this weekend and be frustrated by everything that you've been consuming this week, so let it all out. 800-765-8255, 800-765-TALK, or you can text the show, 304-TALK-304. Steam release is coming up. Also, want to remind you, we'll have comprehensive election night coverage here across the Metro News Radio Network. Many of these same Metro News radio stations will have coverage starting Tuesday night, 7:06 until midnight. Jeff Jenkins will join me, along with Brad McElhenney, TJ Meadows, Greg Hunter will be here. Hoppy Kercheval will stop by as well. That's coming up 7:06 until midnight on election night. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. It's 11:30. Let's get a news update from the Metro News.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Selango Law. Get results, not excuses.
It has been a chilly start to May in Charleston. In fact, we're sitting at the 12th coldest start to the month of May, with average temperatures around 7.5 degrees below average. I'm meteorologist Daniel Kaiser. As we take a look at our headlines, it is going to be a mostly quiet Friday here across West Virginia, maybe a few showers this afternoon across northern parts of the state. We will watch weekend rain chances across the state, especially northern West Virginia, but neither day this weekend for your Mother's Day weekend looks like an all-day washout. The warmest day of the next several is going to be Mother's Day on Sunday. But putting your forecast into motion, again, watching a few scattered showers here across far northern West Virginia this afternoon, with more widespread shower chances developing across the state as we head, especially into the afternoon hours on your Saturday, with more shower chances into your Mother's Day Sunday as well. Best rain chances, though, accumulating rain maybe over a quarter inch across far northern West Virginia. As we take a look at your Fly CRW forecast, Fly CRW, it starts at home, highs in the 90s the next 3 days in Orlando and Tampa, 80 expected in DC and Atlanta for your Mother's Day on Sunday. As we look Panhandle to Panhandle, we'll see some showers and storms this afternoon, highs in the 60s, including 65 in Wheeling. Rain chances taper off the further south and east you go here on your Friday, highs in the 50s and 60s. And as we go a little further south, we'll see 57 in Snowshoe this afternoon with sunshine, otherwise 60s and 70s across the region, 60s and 70s further south as well, including a high of 72 with lots of sunshine in Charleston. We do watch those weekend rain chances Saturday and Sunday. Again, not expecting an all-day washout either day this weekend for your Mother's Day weekend. Those rain chances continue into Monday.
This is Ben Selango with Selango Law. Selango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Selango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Selango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at Selango Law.
When you hired me, you were 29. You seemed like you were 50 when you were 29. You were running that thing like a 50-year-old man. All right, we got to go get some tape. Come on, get out of there.
I think I've sort of always been 50, and I think I'm 50 now.
Yeah, me too.
That's
me too.
a great point.
Join Tony Caridi, Brad Howe, and Hoppy Kercheval for 3 Guys Before the Game. Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at wvmetronewstv.com.
From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
You know, if the strong Friday vibes hold for the final 30 minutes of this show, I don't know if I'm looking forward to Steam release or I should be scared. Either way, here we go.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
All week long, you've had to listen to our thoughts on this, that, and the other. You've had to listen to other people's thoughts. You've probably had your own thoughts, but let's face it, the spouse probably doesn't really want to hear your ramblings. The dog will listen, but the dog, it's just not satisfactory. So we offer this opportunity for you each and every week. You have a chance to vent. Release your steam about whatever it is that is troubling you this week. 800-765-TALK's the phone number. You can text the show, 304-TALK-304. As always, we just have a couple of guidelines. One, we cannot respond to your steams. You are able to steam unfettered. Two, we'd appreciate it if you do not get us sued and or fired. Both those things kind of run hand in hand. So please watch what you say. Keep it tight. Otherwise, you can steam about us. You can steam about past hosts. You can steam about future hosts, and we may not respond. The show is yours. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Text your steam to 304-TALK-304. Let's begin on the phones. David, you're leading off steam release this morning. Go ahead.
I think it's time that the legislatures need to stop all of the bickering nationally and statewide. It's time for them to come together, and I'm a conditionalist of the legislature and conditionalist of when people don't care. It's time for them to get off their ducks in Washington and here too to get everything back in order.
David, way to start steam release. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Junior in Fish Creek, you're up, buddy.
What do you say there, TJ? How's it going in the big city?
Well, sir, thank you.
Hey, it's been a good garden day. Got everything up and growing, Had a little frost I had to worry about last week, but we got it all covered real good. But, hey, I want to give you a little investment tip. I'd say invest in Sheets stock, because Howie Monroe's been eating cheeseburgers from there for the last month, 2 or 3 a day, and then the other day for Cinco de Mayo, he got 6 tacos. Gluttony is a sin, TJ. Remember that. Hey, another thing, hop. Hang it up and take Howie with you. Thank you, TJ.
You're welcome, Junior. 304-TALK-304. That's the text line to release your steam. Phones are open at 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Let's get the text teams going.
Editor's note, Sheets is a privately owned company and does not trade on the public markets. Text, no testing, uncertified teachers, no accountability, no required instruction time, purchase of golf simulators. It's a $5,300 pay raise, $5,300 pay raise. TJ was paying for his private school tuition. Now, myself and my fellow West Virginians are paying for it. Dave and TJ. Dave, I don't understand. I think Siri got the... We'll come back to that. Sorry. 304-TALK-304. Spit it out, Dave. Let's hear the steam, says the texter. Here is my litmus test. I changed to Republican to vote against the old Patty Boys slate of candidates. On Wednesday, I'll change my party affiliation back to independent. I'm a scary rhino. The Republicans, we got that one already. They're mixed in here. For the ignorance and hubris of West Virginia voters that have fallen for these outrageous PAC mailers, they'll end up with the government and the state they deserve, says the texter. That's a pending court case. I'm not going there. Not going there either. It's Friday, Dave. Can you tell? It's Friday.
Told you. Friday vibes.
Yeah. Ask Chris what time it is, and he tells you how to build a watch, says the text. Do we include illegal aliens and the count toward populations that determine House seats? Stirewalt today, truly one of the best Democratic Republic government discussions ever. First, Stirewalt cult didn't mention the guy. Must be yellowing. with the exception of his comments regarding Capito. I wholeheartedly agree with Chris Stirewalt. I do apologize for my guess at the spelling of his name. Stirewalt is speaking of term limits. He's about 250 years too late. The founders thought term limits were such a good idea, or if they did, they would have wrote them in the Constitution consisting of 2, 4, and 6-year terms. Can't blame founders if Americans have become too ignorant or too immoral to elect proper representation. I agree with Chris and his son. The state governments should select its senators. The erosion of states' rights stolen from our constitutional process. Now, the Electoral College is under fire in lieu of socialist communist idea of popular vote. We must stand against this at all costs to save the republic.
800-765-TALK is the phone number, 800-765-8255. You can text your STEAM to 304-TALK-304. Let's get Steve from Wheeling in here before the break. Hey, Steve, what's your STEAM?
Hey, love the show, guys. There's a political candidate in the northern panhandle of West Virginia that, starting at 6:30 this morning till literally the last commercial break, has run the same commercial 32 times I have counted. I think that's a little overdone.
Steve, we appreciate it. Have a great weekend. You can get your STEAM on just like Steve by calling 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. You can text your STEAM as well to 304-TALK-304. Just getting rolling. STEAM release continues in a moment. This is Talkline from the Kanawha Insurance Studios.
Everywhere you look, people are supporting Shelley Moore Capito for Senate. President Trump has endorsed her. So has West Virginians for Life. The National Shooting Sports Foundation named her Legislator of the Year. And she's backed by workers, small business owners, and Republicans across the Mountain State. Now it's your turn. Vote early through May 9th or on Election Day, May 12th.
I'm Shelley Moore Capito, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Capito for West Virginia.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. Generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
Approach your retirement with confidence. With over 150 years of combined experience, the advisors of the Stike team at Wealth Enhancement Group provide advice and wealth management strategies to individuals, families, small businesses, professional offices, and institutions. With the Stike team, you'll have access to an advising team with extensive resources, a client-first mindset, and a passion for helping transform the lives of those we serve. Visit wealthenhancement.com/Stike today and join the team that's dedicated to your success.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan, we are here for you.
For over 30 years, High Technology Foundation has been committed to building a stronger West Virginia. Our mission, economic diversification. By fostering innovation and supporting tech initiatives, we pave the way for a brighter future. From cutting-edge research to tech-driven solutions, we're transforming the landscape. Join us in creating opportunities and driving progress. Let's build a diverse economy together. Visit WVHTF.org. High Technology Foundation, shaping West Virginia's future.
Welcome back, class of 2011. Most likely to be a millionaire, didn't quite make it.
Hey, reunion's not over yet.
Over here, millionaire, smile.
Make room, people.
Who is that?
Congratulations to our very own Millionaire for Life!
Never too late, man.
You could win up to $1 million every year with Millionaire for Life. Play in store or online today. West Virginia Lottery. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? A lot of times it may be both. The Delview Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
Stay ahead of West Virginia weather with Metro News Television. Now bringing you a new way to stay informed across the Mountain State. Get updates daily at 9, noon, and 4. From headlines and precipitation to severe weather threats and highs and lows. See conditions from panhandle to panhandle and check travel with the Fly CRW forecast. Our meteorologists are on your screens and on Talkline, Midday, Hotline, and Sportsline. Keeping you up to date. Metro News Television weather. Accurate, local, and always on.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Kanawha GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Kanawha GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Speed is important. Security is essential. CityNet delivers both with high-performance fiber and advanced cybersecurity solutions for your business. Visit citynet.net. Remember, CityNet connects, protects, and perfects. 304-TALK. 304 is the text line to release your steam. 800-765-TALK. 800-765-8255 is the phone number. Let's go back to the text steamers, TJ.
As gas prices soar, you would think that the governor would temporarily suspend the gas tax. Instead, he's more focused on helping his faction gain control of the state Senate. Great show. Have a good weekend. It's time to unionize this state to get back to what big business has taken from middle-class workers and given to CEOs. The people have spoken. All right. I'm not going to talk about a private citizen at a private company and wanting to celebrate an individual being fired. Just to let you know, I'm not doing that. Did Chris Stirewalt really just announce Baal worship live on the air? The world really is changing. Steam release, they're asking for the levy for transportation of inmates because our jails are regional, just like we're moving to regionalized school systems instead of small schools, consolidated sites built away from communities. When it comes to busing diesel prices, etc., it is really cheaper. I would love to see the cost-benefit analysis on how much more money we are spending on transportation of students now that they've chosen regional systems. Pass. Steam, a George Washington, my kingdom for a George Washington. This texter says, vanity, vanity. Can all this get worse? Sadly, yes. The new West Virginia bishop. No, not doing that one either. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing it. My steam is about Governor Morrissey seeming to question Amelia Knisley's absence at a press conference yesterday to attend a Mother's Day event with her daughter. Gross for a, quote, family values politician not to respect the families of our journalists. He should apologize, wish Amelia a happy Mother's Day, and thank her for the great coverage she provided of his announcements. Dave, I'll leave that one for you. It's personal for you. Another Berkeley County levy for the most top-heavy association ever. If they would use the money properly, maybe, but we don't need any more assistants or assistant superintendents, says the texter.
Let's go back to the phones, 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Let's go to Ralph. Hey, Ralph, what's your steam?
Well, this is for the governor and his cronies. Old Chinese philosophy. Man who throw dirt, lose ground.
All right, Ralph, appreciate the steam. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Let's go to Steve. Hey, Steve, what's your steam?
Hey, guys, sorry to do this. This is the second time I've called. The number was 32. After that last commercial break, we're up to 34.
Thanks for the update, Steve. Appreciate it. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. That is the phone number. You can text your steam to 304-TALK-304. Got $10? Then you've got a shot at $50,000. Grab the new scratch-off Lions Share, where your ticket could be a big-time win. And watch out for that 5 times multiplier, because your prize could be 5 times sweeter. Get your chance to win the Lions Share of the prize today at a West Virginia lottery retailer. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. Steam release into the weekend. We'll wrap things up. Final call for phone calls. Final call for text. 800-765-TALK and text us 304-TALK-304. Steam release rolls on when we come back. This is Talkline from the Kanawha Insurance Studios.
When it's your family, your kids, your home, your parenting time, you want somebody on the Court of Appeals who lives and breathes family law. Even if you don't win your case, you still should feel that you've been heard. I'm Jim Douglas. I'm a family court judge, and I'm asking you to put real family court experience on the Court of Appeals for your future.
Paid for by the Committee for Family Law Experience for ICA. Susan Shepard, Chair.
Welcome back, class of 2011.
Most likely to be a millionaire, didn't quite make it.
Hey, reunion's not over yet.
Over here, millionaire, smile.
Make room, people.
Who is that?
Congratulations to our very own Millionaire for Life.
Never too late, man.
You could win up to $1 million every year with Millionaire for Life. Play in store or online today. West Virginia Lottery. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. Generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Every day across West Virginia, healing happens here, where skilled hands and caring hearts save lives. West Virginia hospitals are more than places of care. They are lifelines for our communities. Employing nearly 54,000 people, hospitals power local economies and help communities not just survive, but thrive. During National Hospital Week, we recognize those who care for us all, because healing happens here, and its impact reaches everywhere. A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association.
Hi, this is Thornton Cooper. I'm a native and resident of West Virginia, a proud Democrat and a candidate for the United States Senate. My priorities are 1, to raise the basic federal minimum wage to $15 per hour, 2, to expand health care to Medicare for all, and 3, to end Trump's war on Iran. To learn more, visit thorntoncooper.com, and please vote for Cooper for Senate. I approve this message. Paid for by Cooper for Senate.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? A lot of times it may be both. The Delview Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Last call for phone calls. Last call for text. 304-TALK-304. Give us a call, 800-765-TALK. 800-765-8255. Your last chance to release the steam before Election Day on Tuesday. Let's go to Eugene on the phones. Hey, Eugene, what's your steam?
Hello. If you like that Governor Morrissey and data centers, you're going to love the fellow he appointed Supreme Court to rule for them data centers, Gerald Titus. I wouldn't vote for him. Thank you.
You are welcome, Eugene. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255, 304-TALK-304. TJ, let's get a few more of the text steams in.
My steam is steam release isn't funny anymore. Lighten up, hillbillies. Ethan hogs all the popcorn at Rural King. That's the texter. Hey, just a reminder that New Jersey Pat was booed very loudly at the Backyard Brawl this year. I'm voting for any and all candidates not associated. I just can't do it anymore. Sorry. Let's see. 304-TALK-304. I saw Ethan out the other day with his little wiener dog. Smallest, cutest little wiener dog I've ever seen. Yes, illegals are counted in the census and the drawing of the districts. The reason is because the Constitution says, quote, all persons. As one well-known Supreme Court justice said, it's a whole new world, but it's the same Constitution. 304-TALK-304. No, not doing that either. Sorry, Dave, I can't read most of these today. $5 million in political ads. Such a waste. Such a waste, says the texter. MAGA deserves every penny of the $4.50 a gallon in gas that they pay. Hope it goes to $6. Chinese proverb, man who calls steam release with good jokes should be regular, says the texter. Update, now it's 35. There you go.
Steam Dave, I would like to wish my wife, Mrs. Phil, and all nurses in the state of West Virginia a happy Nurses Week. Well, consider it done. Happy Nurses Week, especially you, Mrs. Phil. 304 Talk, 304. Let me see if there's any more of these we can actually squeeze in. Well, Iran didn't agree to the U.S. demands. Looks like the Operation Epstein distraction will continue, and so will the rising price of gas. God bless America, says the texter. Now it's 35. Did you get that one in? Now it's 35?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. 304 Talk 304. Reminder that election night we'll have comprehensive coverage across the Metro News Radio Network. Many of these same Metro News radio stations will have our coverage starting Tuesday night, 7:06 until midnight. You can also watch on the Metro News television app. And, of course, we'll have all the results at WVMetronews.com. For Zach, Sophia, TJ, I'm Dave. Talk to you Monday.